Good morning. It's Monday. It's the start of a new vlog. I am outside of work. I'm opening today, so this is like gonna be a brief opening to the vlog. But I just wanted to show you what I'm starting the week with. I'm starting the week with Hopeless by Elsie Silver. I usually read these in like 24 hours, so I'm really hoping that'll be the same so that I can try and get through at least this one and then another one before April ends. And I can't remember if April has 30 days or 31 days. You would think at my age of 35, I would know that, but I can never remember. It has 30 days. So I have today, tomorrow, and then Wednesday to try and read 2 books. There were a lot of other books that I had on my TBR, but it was kind of a slow reading month for me, but I really liked everything that I read for the most part, so I'm hoping that makes up for it a little bit, but I'm really looking forward to this one. I have heard mixed things about this one. So this one is the final book in the Chestnut Springs series. It's about Beau Eaton. He's the last, sibling of the Eaton family, and it's his romance, and it's a fake engagement, fake dating kind of situation with the girl from the wrong side of the tracks, and it's also an age gap romance. He is also a soldier, and he has come home, and in the previous books he was missing for a while, missing in action, and he's clearly dealing with some PTSD that has been shown in book 4. So in book 3, he was missing in action. These are spoilers, sorry, but this is the last book of the series, so there's only so much I can talk about without spoiling some of the other stuff. But in book 3, he was missing in action, and he was found at the end of the book. And then book 4, he was clearly dealing with some PTSD. He's struggling. He's got some things going on, obviously. And so this book, I have heard, some people have said it's problematic, but the other things that I've heard make it just seem a little bit more of a darker romance than necessarily a cowboy romance that I've been reading. But I'm not opposed to that. I'm not opposed to Elsie Silver exploring some of these darker topics. But I'm excited. I'm excited to give it a try. And we'll see. So this is what I'm reading right now. I am going to start reading before I have to go into work. I did get here a little bit early, so I think I have 5 minutes to do some reading. So I'm going to do some reading for 5 minutes. Okay. Welcome to the vlog. Hey, I'm home. Well, I've been home for a little while now, but I ate dinner. And I've done some reading of Hopeless by Elsie Silver. I have read 64 pages of this. So essentially we have Beau. He's home, and he is struggling after being a prisoner of war, or MIA. I think he was just MIA. And behind enemy lines, and he's come home. He's feeling really uncomfortable. He's kind of feeling like nobody knows who he is anymore, because he's not the Beau that he was before he was trapped behind enemy lines, and he doesn't know how to go about that. He's really struggling with PTSD, and in all of this struggle, he starts going to the bar more often, and he runs into our main girl, Bailey, and Bailey Jansen. And Bailey Jansen is the youngest child of the Jansen family, and she's the only girl. her family has a really bad reputation because of her brothers. They're in all kinds of trouble, and so people just always assume that she is exactly like they are, when that is not the case. Oh my god. My shirt matches my book. I didn't even plan that. But she feels like there's no way that she can thrive in this community because of her last name. Enter the plot. Bo is determined to prove to her that she can be happy in this town by giving her his last name. So they're gonna pretend to be fake engaged. Well, they're gonna be pretend to be engaged. So a fake engagement, and then they'll break up before any real like wedding happens. But this also gets his family off his back, because they've been wondering like where he is and where he's been hanging out. But if he all of a sudden has a fiance, that would explain. Oh, I don't know why I did that. That would explain why. I don't know why my camera is going in and out of focus. But that would explain where he's been and all of this stuff. And hopefully get them off his back a little bit. So that is where we are at in the plot. It's just been introduced, this idea, and I'm really enjoying it so far. This one is definitely a little bit darker than her other ones, but I'm really enjoying it so far, so fingers crossed the vibe stays good. But I'm just gonna be in bed reading this pretty much for the rest of the night, so hey, it is Tuesday. It's like 4 p.m. I think I forgot to check in earlier. I finished Hopeless by Elsie Silver this morning. I really liked it. I think I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 stars. Personally, this one definitely was darker than the other ones. It had a lot more darker content, PTSD, disabilities, war wounds, abuse, addiction, drug use, alcoholism, etc. But I thought Bailey and Bo worked so well together, and I really liked how they just worked together. Bo really tried to do his best by Bailey, and Bailey did her best to understand where Bo was coming from and understand why Bo might be the way that he is, while also holding him accountable for the way that he was making her feel, if that makes sense. And I really appreciated that. Also, when Bo messed up, he didn't make excuses for himself. He explained why he did what he did, but gave Bailey space when Bailey needed it and communicated that to him. And I just thought they were perfect, and I really liked everything about how it came together. Was it my favorite out of the Chestnut Ranch series? No, but it's definitely not my least favorite. I think my personal ranking of these would be Reckless, Heartless, Hopeless, Powerless, and then Flawless, which I know is not the popular opinion, but that's just where I stand. I really liked this one. I don't know what I'm gonna read next. I've been spending most of my day after I was reading doing laundry, which I've been putting off because it's been such an overwhelming task, and I'm definitely feeling super overwhelmed. I'm bringing Max to my parents' house because he's gonna have a sleepover there. It's school vacation, so my mom took the day off to spend some time with him, so I'm gonna bring him over there so that he can sleep over, spend the day with them tomorrow, and then I'll go pick him up when I get out of work tomorrow. But by then, when I get back, I'm gonna have to eat dinner and finish the project of laundry that I've started, and then hopefully I'll pick something to read. I know I wanted to finish 2 books by the end of April, but the end of April is tomorrow, and I just don't think that's going to happen, at least not the books that I picked out for my TBR. But we'll see. I'm gonna head out now, and then I'll check in later, probably when I get home. I got home, I finished my laundry, and I DoorDashed because I was so tired. But what I do think I'm going to do is I'm just going to continue reading this arc of The Maiden and Her Monster by Maddie Martinez. I read a little bit of it while I was in Boston for the Boston Marathon, and I was really enjoying it. I think I'm on like chapter 3. And since I'm probably not going to finish this by the end of the month anyway, I might as well just continue on with it, so that is what I'm gonna do. But before I do any reading, I'm gonna eat my dinner and watch some Vampire Diaries because it's been so long and I miss my sweet, sweet Damon. Hey, it is Thursday evening. It's like 6:30. I'm home from work. I think I forgot to update you yesterday. I'm so sorry. I really don't think I did much. I worked. I don't know why my camera won't stay focused. It's really starting to annoy me. I read a little bit of The Maiden and the Monster. The thing with the arc that I have on my Kindle is that it doesn't tell me how far. It tells me the percentage. I'm like 17% into the book, but I don't know like the pages. I'm on part 2. I am thoroughly enjoying this. I really think that as long as it keeps going, my bangs are being so. As long as it keeps doing what it's doing, I think it might be a favorite of the year. I'm really enjoying it. The atmosphere is really cool. The folklore that's being weaved through it is really cool. The world building is fascinating. There was just a little bit of action that happened. I think we're about to meet the monster of the title, in the title. So that's pretty exciting, but I don't have too much to say right now other than that I'm enjoying it and that I am going to spend a good amount of time reading this evening. And then I do have a little bit of a haul for you because it's a new month. So obviously that means that I need to buy new books, and the cat is being crazy. So I figured I would show you the new books that I got. Sorry, the AC just kicked in. First, I took one of the arcs that came in to the store today. I took Tessa Sharp's No Body, No Crime. Tessa Sharp is a YA author, I believe, and this is her adult debut. It is a romantic thriller, I believe, but it's also sapphic, so sign me up. I'm very excited to read this. And then Barnes & Noble does this thing where I think it's like every 2 months the cafe will have like a $5 book with purchase. So I picked up this the new $5 book, which is Mapping the Interior by Stephen Graham Jones. Good thing because it's so short. It's a little novella. It's like 101 pages with the acknowledgments. It's 96 pages, just the little story itself. And to be quite honest, it's $14. Like, I would not pay $14 for this, but I would pay $5. So What does that say about me? And then I picked up Kiss Me Maybe by Gabriella Gamez. Gamez, I think is how you pronounce her name. I'm gonna have to look into it. But this is a Sapphic rom-com romance. I'm very excited for it. I've heard really good things. It's like a scavenger hunt to her first kiss, which is really kind of cute and exciting, and I'm really intrigued. I'm gonna read this month. And then I got Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt. I have been wanting this for a while, but I didn't get it in hardcover, and then I saw that we were getting these with the sprayed edges, and I said I'll just wait for the paperback. So this is also the literary fiction pick for our monthly picks this month at Barnes & Noble. Shout out. And then I got it got a new cover, but I got Pucking Around by Emily Rath. I have another book by this author, a fantasy book, and I've been kind of contemplating getting this one and trying it out. But I wasn't entirely sure it was going to be my vibe. But then she got on TikTok and was basically like, Republicans are not welcome in my fan spaces if you voted for Trump, like Trump supporters. So obviously I had to support my girl. So I bought it. And I'm going to read this one this month too. It's on my TBR. How exciting. Anyway, that's my update. It's really loud outside. Hopefully you can hear me, especially since my AC is on, but it is what it is. Bye. Hey guys, it's Friday at 6 p.m. It was another long day. I'm not even gonna kid you. And then yesterday, I forgot to check in again. So sorry. I didn't read at all. I watched The Covenant, which is a movie with Sebastian Stan from like 2006. It was one of Charlotte's favorites when she was growing up, and the acting is so bad and the story is not good at all, but we had a good time watching it. But Max and Charlotte are currently doing some dog sitting for our neighbors. They are walking the dog right now, and I needed some time to decompress. So I'm in bed. I have a full thing of animal crackers that I intend on munching on, and then I also have a little bag of Cheetos. And I have my Kindle. So I do not plan on moving from this spot for at least an hour, and I'm just gonna snack and read, and I will let you know how things go. I'm still on part 2, still on 17% of The Maiden and Her Monsters, still having a very good time. But we're gonna get to reading and munching, so. Got a cute new little gripper thing, and I put him on my rear view. I'm obsessed. All my little guys together. So cute. Hey, it's Saturday. I'm home from work. It's like 5:41. I opened today. It was another busy day, but it was a fun day. We had an author event today at work, which was really cool. We had 3 local authors into the store, and we did like an event and a signing, and it was really fun. But now I'm home, and I'm ignoring the mess on the table, so please also ignore it with me. And I am going to do some work on the computer, and then I'm going to try and get some writing done today. I did buy a really cute umbrella because it's pouring out. Like, it was thunder and lightning at work, downpour. Like, I was not leaving the store without an umbrella, but I don't have one, so I bought one. It's so cute. It's like a little duck, Like, it's a yellow umbrella and the handle is a duck, and it's so cute. I'm literally obsessed with it. And then I also picked up Brighter Than Scale, Swifter Than Flame by Neon Yang. I have been waiting for this, literally, it feels like forever, but just since I first saw it on Twitter. But it's a queer novella about a dragon hunter and a dragon queen, and I'm pretty sure the queen, like, I'm pretty sure the dragon hunter is a either non-binary or girl knight, and the queen obviously is a queen, but the quote on the back says, "Will you join me?" The girl king asked the masked knight. And I am so excited. I've heard that it is Sapphic, which only excites me more, but it's a quick, really quick read, but I am so excited. I did read some more of The Maiden and Her Monster. I'm really enjoying it. The dynamic between the monster, Nimra, she's a golem, so she's like made of the earth and stone, and she is made out of magic that our main girl has been basically told is bad and evil, and it will corrupt, and because it will corrupt, or because it has the ability to eventually corrupt, that it is bad entirely. But Nimra is made out of that magic, and they've just come to some kind of agreement with each other to get them both what they want, quote unquote. I'm on chapter 10, 28% of the way through. I'm literally loving it. The dynamic between these two characters and the way that they talk to each other, and the way that Nimra challenges Malka's worldview, absolutely incredible. I think I tried to do like Chef's Kiss, but then I was also doing like num 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 nums. I don't know. Literally, I'm obsessed. Like, as long as it keeps going the way that it's going, I think this might be a new all-time favorite for me. But yeah. Also, I have had, this is my second latte. That's how the day has gone. I feel like I'm buzzing. I basically got a Bose, like a brown sugar oat milk shaken espresso, but I didn't shake it, so it's like a latte. It's got the brown sugar syrup, oat milk, and then cinnamon on top. Oh, it's so good. I'll probably have another one tomorrow when I go in. I have to work tomorrow. Oh, and also, as I was driving home, I was on the highway, and like I said, it's been raining. I had to drive through water, like I couldn't get around it, and now my car is like really loud. And I can't afford to fix it. So I'm hoping that I called my dad, and I was like, Dad! He says that maybe just water got into something, and when it dries, it will be fine. So fingers crossed. Because I really can't afford to fix anything with my car. I need to move in like 2 months. I can't not have a car that doesn't work. This is so stressful. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do what I need to do, and then I will talk to you later. Hey, it's Sunday night. It's 9:23. I worked a closing shift today. I forgot to check in earlier, but I did have a pretty productive morning. I edited and uploaded a vlog, and I scheduled that to be posted tomorrow. I'm working on getting caught up. And then while I was editing and waiting for everything to upload, my dad reached out and was like, I'm coming to look at your car. So then I couldn't go back to sleep. I had meant to go back to sleep and take a nap before work, but then I had to wait for my dad. So I stayed up, and I didn't want to go back into the bedroom to get my Kindle because I was being lazy. So I grabbed Face Off from my shelf by Chelsea Curto, and I started reading this, and I'm like literally obsessed with it. I managed to read 114 pages this morning. It is about our girl Emmy, or Emerson. She has just been signed to the DC Stars as the first woman hockey player in the NHL. The author did make an author's note at the beginning of the book, which was basically like the PWHL wasn't fully formed yet when she was writing this novel. So instead of creating a new league for Emerson, she just put her in the NHL. And she has a lot of chemistry with Maverick Miller. He is the center, and he's like the DC Stars, like kind of playboyish character. He doesn't do relationships, he does one night stands, he's very cocky and all of that, but he definitely has like a charming side to him. I'm pretty sure he's a side character in like one of the other series that Chelsea Curto wrote, so if you've read those, you probably know that side a little bit more like off the bat coming into this one, but I'm really having a good time with it. I haven't read any more of The Maiden and Her Monster in the Kindle yet, but I'm in bed now for the night. Midnight is already staring at me. She's very unhappy with the way that I'm sitting because she currently can't crawl up onto my chest and lay there, so I'm gonna have to wrap this up so that she can in fact do that. But I'm going to spend the rest of the night reading and hanging out with Charlotte. Gross. That's super gay of us. We did eat at Olive Garden, which I've been waiting for all week. And
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. The breadsticks, we were in a section of little weirdos. But the breadsticks today, they popped off. They did their big one with the breadsticks tonight. Those were seasoned. They were warm. They were fresh. Midnight, would you like to say hello? Say hi, Midnight. She's like, put me down.
Ridiculous.
But anyway,